going to talk about casting. How to cast a baitcaster. Now, a baitcaster is kind of a finicky thing. The portions of a baitcaster need to be understood. One, this is your brakes on this side. On the other side is your reel-in handle, which you guys know about. This is your tension knob, very important. This is your drag, right by your fingertips. So, let's talk a little bit about these things. Your brakes slow down the spool because it spins as your bait slows down after the arc. Your tension controls the initial cast. So, if you get a bird's nest, that means a tangle up here on the reel, when you first start casting, when it's speeding up, that's your tension knob's problem. If you get a bird's nest when it's slowing down, that's your brakes problem. So understanding where you were getting it understands where the solution is. So this right here, that's your thumb. Okay? Thumb's one of the most important things about casting bait casters. So first things first, when you put a bait on it, you want to make sure that it slowly drops. So when you press the release button here, it's got to slowly drop, just like this. Slowly drops. Now the way you control that drop is with the tension knob. So if I loosen it, woo, my bait drops faster. So whenever you change baits, it's important that you adjust your tension knob. Real important. Now, if you're beginning at bait casting, I want you to take the brakes and crank them all the way to max. You're not going to cast as far, but you're not going to frustrate yourself with bird's nesting or backlashing. So crank it all the way up. So when you go to cast now, you're going to press the button, bam, and then put your thumb on the spool to stop it. When you cast it, you're going to release your thumb, but you're going to ride the thumb just lightly on the spool. This takes a little bit of practice, but don't worry, okay? You're going to save a lot of headaches if you run it really on top. See, just real top, just like that. I hope you guys saw that. And then set it and reel it in. So your thumb acts as a third braking system. So you got your tension knob, you've got your magnets or centrifugal brakes, whatever it may be, on your baitcaster, and then you've got your thumb. Now, once you set it well, you can actually just go thumbless. Once you get used to it, do not do that yet. Okay? Don't do that yet. You're going to practice. As you get more confident, you're going to loosen your brakes. Okay? That outer dial, this one, you're going to start loosening them. And you can loosen your tension a little bit, not a lot. And then you'll cast farther as you work it with your thumb. Your thumb really is key. Thumbs up, thumbs down. When you set your hook, the beautiful thing about it is that you're going to cup it. There's lots of different techniques, but I cup it this way. So I have my fingers on this trigger down here, sort of in between my pinky and the other finger, and I grab it, and then I've got my thumb, my other thumb, is now on top of my spool. So now, if I set the hook, I can push down on this, set the hook, and then release it. And now I'm working my drag. All right? You want to set your drag to where it's just a good tension pulling it out. That's where you want to set it. So, because you can set the hook with your thumb. So don't worry about that. So if you do that, your drag will be set. You'll be able to cast it. Reel it in. Let's see if we catch anything on this one. Now, what line to put on it while I'm pulling this in? Go 20 pounds or greater on your strength of line. On a regular baitcaster, we'll go 20 pounds. I have 40 pounds on this. So always go with a good, strong line with it. If you want to use a smaller line, then you can put a leader on your line. So that you'll find that braid actually is easier to remove than on backlashes, and it doesn't as backlash as often. If you do this, practice, 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 you will be able to do a baitcaster. I promise you. Practice, practice. Leave comments below. If you have any questions, please subscribe and like. But if you have any questions, please post them below, and I will get an answer to you as soon as I can, unless I'm out on the water. All right, take care, everybody. And you know where you'll find me. Oh, look, out on the water. Pretty easy.